I'm GoodTime on the beat from Cincinnati, Ohio, right here, and I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Dope, dope. All right, man. So what I usually like doing is, shouting out, the whole reason why you're here.
Yeah,
Cody, our creative director, connected us and brought you into the jam.
yeah,
So, big shout out to Cody.
yeah. Big shout out to Cody, very
What?
talented
Yeah,
photographer,
exactly,
actually.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what's the whole background? Like, how did you guys meet?
I met him back in high school, actually.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
started out as friends of friends, and he became a good buddy of mine.
Cool.
Just
Yeah,
through
and I
different
know
scenarios.
you're real close with Gorilla as well.
Yeah, he's my roommate, very talented rapper.
Yeah,
Gorilla
and
513. What's
there
up?
you go. And he's been out the compound as well.
Yeah,
We'll have to
definitely.
have him on as well. So
Mhm.
that's really cool. And what was the inspiration for you to get into the music initially? Was it the people you're around? Was it your family? Like
So actually, that's an
the
interesting
specific
story.
music? Okay.
Yeah, so initially it started as like a stick it to the man kind of interest.
Okay.
So what it was is I was back in grade school, 7th grade, and my music teacher told me I had no rhythm in my whole body, and I
Oh,
was
yeah.
that kid that was like, you know what, I'm gonna
Challenge
show you
accepted.
rhythm. I was
Yeah.
like, whatever. So I went home that day and I downloaded my very first DJ software. It was just virtual DJ, and I learned how to mix with a mouse.
Okay.
And so from there, obviously, it's evolved very heavily into part of who I am, but that's just how it started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I know your whole, branding is GoodTime. If you
Mhm.
want to tell us a little bit more about that and, where that
Yeah.
come from and where it's going.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, I came up with that. I was probably 13 or 14 when I decided the name of my brand. I started making music when I was 12, but it was probably then when I picked the name. And to be honest with you, I picked it because it rhymed with the word rhyme.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You guys are getting the inside scoop.
Yeah, and then as far as like your team, your management, like other producers and DJs that you work with,
Yeah.
like tell us a little bit about your management, your team as in
Yeah,
general.
well, my manager Ethan, I want to give a big shout out to him, and a couple of other DJs in the scene that I want to give a shout out to. Vice versa, making huge moves. Come on, that's awesome.
There you go.
Shane Gardella, super proud of you, man. And really one of my personal favorites is the Pretty Ugly Duo. So what's up, guys?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so your management, like, how did you meet him? Like, what was that whole
Yeah.
that whole situation?
So I actually used to be his boss. I was a regional operations manager of a company down in the city for valet.
Okay.
And
I
just
used to be a valet as well
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
Kenwood Mall.
It's good industry. So
Yeah.
But yeah, just one thing led to another, and I mean, he had some connections, I had some connections. We had a common goal in mind, and it really has just been taken off with us. I mean, we got a lot in the works. And I know I'm GoodTime now, and that's always going to be part of who I am. But I actually have a couple of different things going on.
Sure.
I'm going to be rebranding when I move to Miami, Florida in May.
Okay.
So, and I got a little side project going on too. I'm going to be getting into rap music.
Yeah,
but
so
like,
that goes into it a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
what would you say is your short-term goals, and what would you say are your long-term goals?
my short-term goals are establishing, kind of getting my feet on the ground, and obviously with me moving away, it's going to be kind of tough. I got to meet new people, got to get into new clubs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's my short-term goal, is just kind of get my feet on the ground, really start building a foundation, and after that, just take it sky high. My end goal is not rich. It's not becoming rich or getting famous.
Sure,
It's actually as simple as it sounds, playing at Electric Forest, my favorite music festival. I went there in 2017, Good Life. It was incredible.
Hell yeah.
And I just want to be there to play for 10 people, 20 people, 1,000 people, whoever will listen. I just want to be at the forest on stage sharing what I do.
Oh yeah, and I think there's a lot of stages too.
Yeah,
so that should be
Plenty
a
of
dope
room.
opportunity.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Man, and within like 5 minutes, we basically covered like quite a lot.
Yeah.
You're a pretty quick talker.
Yeah, well, I
so-
get that a lot.
Yeah. And like coming onto the interview or the podcast, like I don't really know what to call it, because at the same time, like this is an opportunity for people to get to know you, as well for us to chop it up. So, if you want to talk a little bit about the College Beats DJ jams and what that experience was for you, I know your style is some sort of like rap and EDM mashed potatoes. Is that what you called it
so
on the
I
jam?
I have a couple different styles. What I like to do is I just like to do something new that people don't get to hear all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when Cody brought up the opportunity, I was really excited for it because I knew you guys were more of a rap catered
Yeah.
thing. So I was like, all right, well, let me get my own flair on there, and I really think it's something special. You know, and I did call it mashed potatoes. It's one of my styles of mixing.
Yeah.
I just think it's goofy, kind of because I just mix,
Yeah,
you know, rap
talk
and,
about
and
your whole
dubstep.
process of creating a song.
Yeah. Well, you mean like producing or just live
Yeah,
on a
well,
mix?
I know we were talking about how you use, multiple different tracks
Yeah.
and you really create something new because today, a lot of DJs are
Yeah.
just, aux DJs where,
Yeah.
they're just throwing on a song and just transitioning into it and you kind of take a different approach to it. So if you
Yeah.
want to talk a little bit about that.
Well, like I said, I like to do things that you don't just hear all the time. And I mean, yeah, you can go in there, you can go to SoundCloud and find a good song and press play on it and just move it to your tables and do it live. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I feel like where's the interest in that? And basically the best example I can give you is Kiss, the band from, the 70s.
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
Yeah. So, they had pretty good music. It was decent, you know what I mean? And but what it was more than anything was the flair of them performing. They had the makeup, they had the craziness,
The
they
experience.
yeah, it was almost like a whole nother thing besides the music when you saw them live. And, word of mouth was like, that was crazy. I went and saw Kiss and, oh my God, they were doing this and they were doing that. And it was awesome, and they stayed for the music and they loved it because of the whole experience. So really what I like to do is I like to, I have a 4-channel mixer, so I can get up to 4 different songs at once and just basically create a new song out of those songs in my library that I'm using. And that just makes it a more special experience. You might know a part of a song that I'm playing, and then it completely goes in another direction while still holding on to that little grip from what you know. And it really offers a mind-blowing experience, especially in a live performance venue.
Yeah.
Where people are just like, oh my God, I thought he was about to play this, but now it's like this, and oh my God,
Yeah. And then where can people find you, as far as the shows?
Yeah.
And what do you have coming up?
Well, coming up, I actually my very first show coming up is under my new brand name. My new brand name is Grove City. You guys just heard the very first announcement of even talking about this. It's going to be really, really an in-depth brand, and I'm taking everything that I've learned since I started making music when I was 12 and kind of just applying that to a brand new business plan. I'm moving around and I got this whole thing going. And though I am moving, the Geek Out Festival is what it's called. It's going to be here in Ohio. So I'm pretty excited to do that.
Where is that at?
College Corner, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. And so right by Oxford.
Yeah.
And that's coming up in June. I'm really excited to do that. So yeah, you'll be seeing me there as Grove City with a whole new image, whole new brand.
Hell yeah.
So,
And then as far as like where people can find you, like are you going to be switching over all your social media?
Now that's a good question. I'm not sure if I'm going to rebuild and rebrand those two or just kind of switch it and like make a connection somehow.
Okay.
So that's something I'm going to be working closely with my manager on. To
okay. So as far as of right now, how can people find you?
Well, I mean, I'm all over. You can get me on GoodTime on the Beat on Instagram.
Yeah.
My personal account on Twitter is Ill-Minded Mitch. You can kind of get me a little closer bound there. And Facebook, GoodTime on the Beat. That's my page.
Nice,
So, because
nice.
for now, I'm still repping what I've been building since I
Absolutely.
started.
So thanks for coming out, man. Like
Awesome,
we've killed it.
Yeah.
So if you don't already know, I'm Dat Dude TP.
And I'm GoodTime on the Beat.
Hell yeah,
for now.
man. And if you haven't already checked out the DJ Jams, Mitch's comes out at the end of the week on Fridays.
Really excited for you guys to check it out too. It's something special.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for that.